The gardens are spectacular this year. Things are in bloom that I've never seen bloom before. We're going to take a little walk through the angel garden. First of all, we'll stop and say peace to everyone in the world. Welcome to our angel garden. So we walk down the pathway, and this is the first garden. This one was planted as a bee and butterfly garden, and there's lots of flowering plants. A little bench where I take my morning coffee, and then we move towards the central gazebo with these beautiful planters that Gordon built to provide a seating space and just a nice little shady place. And then we'll go down the back of the garden, and these spruce trees were planted about 6 or 7 years ago. They're fully mature now. And then we have a row of forsythia along the back of the garden, and then another row of spruce trees behind them. You can see one poking up there. Eventually they will be tall, and this will be a nice wall along the back of the garden. And then we proceed down the back path, and this is the central garden. And this garden was planted about 5 years ago, and this has got a lot of the spring plants, the peonies, things that come up early, as well as summer blooming flowers, so that there's pretty much flower all year. And then we continue on to the back of the garden, and this was the first section that was planted about 8 years ago now. And this was a natural circle with a backdrop of sumac, so they kind of circle around behind and provide shade. A nice little shady bench. And a few years ago we expanded back into this little secret area. If you go back towards there, there's a couple of ledges with a bench where you can sit and look out at the house, and then there's a set of stone steps that go down into the woods. Lovely place to read or just to meditate, nice and shady. And then we go along the front of the garden and along the pathway. Still haven't decided what to plant along here. Some days I like it open so you can see the house. Some days it would be nice to enclose it. So still working on ideas for this. If anybody has any ideas, love to hear them. And then we end up here, back where we started, going out. And that's our tour of the garden.